Grace and peace, you guys. Welcome back to the Standard of Truth podcast. We are here live in Phoenix, Arizona at the 2024 AmericaFest by Turning Point USA. I am so excited to be in the building today. I just saw the Dr. Ben Carson come down the escalator, and I didn't even get a chance to talk to him because I'm here with you guys, giving you guys the 411 from the ground. So many amazing people are here. I'm also here attending the Black Leadership Conference and getting to meet so many amazing people. This is the largest Patriot gathering of 2024. The President Donald Trump will be here speaking on Sunday, and there are just so many amazing personalities, influencers, politicians, and American patriots just like you who are here to convene and descend on the city of Phoenix so that we can, one, celebrate the red wave that just happened this past election day, and then furthermore, just gather with one another, thanking God for the grace that He has bestowed upon this country, and to figure out what are the next steps. What is expected of us in 2025? How do we leave here and then go back to our respective communities and take the message of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness everywhere we go? So check in with me. I will be popping in every now and again between now and Sunday, giving you guys a play-by-play of the who's who and what's happening where at AmericaFest 2024. Grace and peace. Here with the Standard of Truth podcast, and I am here with the infamous Siaka. Is it Massaquoi?
Yeah, Massaquoi.
Massaquoi.
Yeah.
Massaquoi. Listen, you talking about an American patriot. This is an American patriot who happens to be a J6er. Listen, congrats on the new baby.
Thank you. Shout out my baby Xavier.
The baby is precious. You and your family have just migrated legally, literally just from one state to the other.
Yes.
Migrated to the great state of Tennessee.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about why did you flee California?
Well, I'll tell you like this. It's not. I wanted to flee for a while, and this is to not say and take away anything from the people there, because the people of California are amazing. The people I was working with the LAGOP, they're beautiful human beings. It was hitting a point where the cost of living was so much. I mean, my wife and I at one point were weighing whether we could go to our church. That's how tough it got, where when it hit, you remember we hit that high peak in 22? It was like we hit a point where we had to question if we could make church and had to watch it online. Thank God for the technology, but it's not the same as going in person.
So when you say church, meaning like the fuel cost was so cost prohibitive that you were weighing, do we stay home and worship together?
I think we actually missed church a couple weeks because the gas was so high. And being in LA and in Hollywood, being in the entertainment industry as long as I have, once I started being loud about my support for Trump and conservative values and God, my career was pretty much over. So I was picking up as many random jobs as an actor I could in order to keep going. Shout out to Babylon B. They helped me they helped everyone laugh, but they definitely helped me and my family to stay afloat, But it really hit hard where we had to, decide whether we could drive to church or not. And so when I got an opportunity to work with Daily Wire, shout out Daily Wire, they actually they gave me a contract, and the contract was enough to get us out of California and to be able to put a down payment on the house. And so we got our first house together. My son's going to be growing up in a house, and my wife is more comfortable leaving and not being there because she's in a safer place. And I just pray that California does turn around, and as we saw in the map, it will turn around. It'll take some time. I actually think it's going to be faster once that voter ID law passed. So yeah, it's bittersweet to have left California because I became a man there.
Right.
I grew up there. I was on welfare there. I crawled out of addiction there. My career, I made my dream come true there.
Right.
But God has His plans for us, and sometimes it takes us someplace else, and I can still do my dream and be in a safer neighborhood, and my family's protected. So, like I said, it's bittersweet, but I do see it's going to change. Let's get that national voter ID law passed so we can know who's voting where, and I think California will be great again. I really do. I believe so.
So it sounds as if you've got this evolution of having lived in a liberal environment.
Yes.
And then
my whole life, by the way. Yeah.
Right. You transport yourself into a more conservative environment. He's now moved to Tennessee. He's working with the Daily Wire. It sounds as if we see capitalism working its way out to expose the deficiencies of a liberal worldview. You've got a great talent that's had to migrate the state. He's gone to a more conservative state. He's bringing his talent with him, which means he's going to, be adding more value to the economy. What I want you to talk a little bit about now, if you're able to, now that Trump is going to walk back into the White House on January the 20th, you as a J6er you were indicted, correct?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the possibility that you will receive a pardon from this president? Talk to us a little bit about that.
I think it's, and I'll speak from two different places. One from my position and others, because there are others. And I was just told right now, a man who's in, I want to say it's Carson, California, former vet who has been in jail and has not seen a day in court yet and since the last 2 years. So I've been fortunate enough. God has kept me out here so I can continue to speak, hopefully a little bit on behalf of those people who are locked up. I believe Trump coming in and at the very least the DOJ stopping the persecution of American citizens, that's going to be first and foremost, and then pardoning some people like Jake Lang who have been locked up for the last 3.5, 4 years now. It's really hard to explain the relief that will bring so many families. There's so many people I've heard they sold their father's farm. They've sold their home to pay for just legal fees to fight against misdemeanors, mind you, for a lot of them. For a majority of people, it's misdemeanors that have been priced out to a place where most misdemeanors are like $50 to $100. You go show up court one day and you're like, I'm out. No, they're pushing people. By the grace of God, I've been able to, because I said I wanted to defend myself all the way to the end. I said not guilty to all 4 charges. But it takes money. And so having people have helped out with donations or raised, over at 180 now just to do that. And my lawyer is amazing. Steve Seltzer have been doing great along with John Gross. But it's still ticking. But the fact that he's going to get in there and do that, I think what's even more important, he's going to get in there and they're going to investigate what happened. Because yes, the people can get relief, and we're not even talking about relief. We're talking about restitution. Because people lost lives, lost property, lost their reputation in their community, lost jobs. You should have never gone through that. People should have never gone through that, and they need to be made right. There's no reason why we have all these illegals coming down in California, raping and murdering people, fentanyl coming through, but yet they came with 15 agents raiding my house on June 10th of 21, like I was one of those people, and I'm not. So they need to make people right. And that's going to be make it whole. Trump's going to get in there. Hopefully Pam Bondi stops the persecution. Trump comes in there and get those guys out of jail and prison. But their life needs to be restituted for what the U.S. government, and we need to know, more importantly than all of that put together, we need to know what happened, who was involved, and they need to be held accountable for it. Because it will happen again. Absolutely. It will happen again.
Every day we're getting more and more new information that's coming down, is being uncovered. And, many of us, we have liberal friends and family who ran with the narrative, and wanted to say, every single person down on January 6th, it was horrible what they did. They should have never been there to begin with. When you and I both know that was not the spirit and the sentiment that so many people went to January 6th, down to the Capitol that belongs to us, to exercise our protest against what we saw happening. My prayer is that you'll continue to raise money. I'll drop a link below so that people can, he has a Gibson Go.
DefendSiaka.com. That's DefendSiaka.com. Please, whatever you can do. And it's cool with Gibson Go. If you can't give money, you can give prayers, because that goes a long way. right. So
Absolutely.
really cool.
The prayers of the righteous, as
Yeah.
we know, availeth much. You are a brother that is rooted and grounded in the truth of Scripture.
Oh, I
He's a
love God.
family man. Congrats on the baby, who I'm late, is 9 months. And then we have a new one on the way.
On the way.
We are
June,
praying.
July, yeah.
Right. We're crossing our fingers for a girl.
Yes. Well, she is. But I would say this. Pray for us as the parents. We're having the kids so close together. Everyone's telling us how to be ready. So please.
No, it's easy. When they're close together, I had 4 and under, so I would know. The closer they are together, the easier it is. It's when you have those big gaps.
Those big gaps. Okay,
and
so
it's like riding a bike all over
you were literally the first one to ever to say it's easy.
Really?
So yeah, I don't know. I need your secret.
3 years are hard.
See, that's the part the first 3 years. But after that, it's good.
It builds character.
Okay, great. I
It
think
builds
so
character.
too.
You need it. Well, we are excited to see more from you.
Yes.
What are you hoping to walk away with as you are here at AmericaFest? What are maybe some of the top 1 or 2 things that you're hoping to gain from being here?
You know, connecting with all of us. One thing that I love about this is my 3rd year coming to AmericaFest, and what I love is that people you watch online and on TV, that you get a chance to shake hands and talk to them, and you get a chance to really connect.
Right.
It's not being in Hollywood, and I've gone to the different parties and stuff, and yeah, you can be around people, but they're like, yeah, we're not having a conversation. Yeah, they're like, I'm this guy. Why are you even talking to me?
Right.
But here at AmericaFest, it's like you get a chance to connect, and this year especially, because the last 2 years we were preparing for a battle, I believe.
Yeah.
And this year we get to celebrate. We don't have to. I'm not saying to let our guard down, but we get to celebrate and have
Just
a couple of days and with each other, right? Because like you said, there may be some family members who are not aligned and they're kind of still poo-pooing and they're saying it's misogyny or sexism, whatever they want to say. Yeah. And so, but here we get to. It's like coming. It's going to summer camp for 3-4 days where you can come and we missed each other, and now we come back together and we can high five, we can hug. It's so great. That's probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most, is to meet and celebrate with each other, because we have been waiting for this moment for 4 years now, and we're here, and so I'm really excited for that.
Well, it was so great catching up with you, seeing you again. You got to come back on the show before.
We're gonna come back on the long 6-hour ones that she does.
No, don't do those anymore.
Not these anymore. To be fair though, I just did 4 hours with pints of with Aquinas. So
that's long.
Yeah, I'm a talker, so it may happen. We may split it up into 2 episodes.
We'll do it. Great talking to you.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you again. Love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.